David, a tough one to take this afternoon. How do you look back on that one?
We just played against a really good team, Heather. We knew we'd spells in the game where they would have a lot of possession and we'd have to be good out of possession to try and make it difficult for them to play through us and get them good areas to go and try and get success in terms of getting contact with the ball and getting regains. I thought with a couple of moments we did it well, and other moments where we didn't, so the consistency in that aspect was challenging for us. And then add to that, when you got regains, we knew they would immediately come after us. It's a trait of how they play. It's the way the club plays, the first team plays, so that we knew when we won the ball back you wouldn't have a lot of time to play, and that was obviously the case at that side of the game as well. So we had to be better at times with possession, so we didn't turn the ball over so quickly. And again, it's back to that bit, at times yeah, and at times not. So the consistency aspect of it was the bit that probably caused the biggest problem here today. So just a tough afternoon, but it's one we're not surprised how the level of the game is to what it was.
What do you feel caused the consistency to drop almost? Because the initial part of the game, it looked as though we actually might have saw the back of the net first.
Yeah, well, listen, we had two probably really good moments, or good chances. Robbie's header and the one that Zach received a slight turn back to goal. He felt like a little bit of a pull and thought it might have been a penalty in that one. That didn't happen. Obviously, when they scored the goal, that's probably one of the frustrations, that the goals that they score, I think, two come from set plays, which is they've not cut you open to get them, and when they have managed to get through us, they've found Jacob to be in good form, or Conor Allen to be in particularly good form as well, to try and be good in those final actions. But I think when you lose a goal and you get a little bit frustrated, sometimes that can settle into a level of performance. And we spoke at half time about that. When we get regains, we have to be brave, we have to be courageous and spend some time in the ball, and probably didn't really find ourselves doing that until maybe midway, until the last part of the second half. We started to get a little more comfortable in possession, but at that point the game's obviously got to 3 and 4-0.
Talking about Jacob, he certainly made some crucial additional saves this afternoon. Despite the scoreline, that must be something positive that he can take from an individual performance.
Listen, he was excellent. Jacob, he's come into this group as a younger one. He's still 2005, so he still used to play 18s. He's comfortable coming into these games and performed very, very well. So I'm not surprised that he's done that. I'm pleased for him, naturally. But listen, obviously we're a bit frustrated at some of the chances they managed to get, and we want to do better at that. And that's the bit where we don't get frustrated when we don't have the ball against that level of team. Probably don't get that challenge often enough where you're playing against teams who spend as much time in the ball as what we do. So that frustration sometimes can be or have an impact on decisions that we take. So we need to learn from that, because this game's coming again quite quickly. It won't be again, I think, 6-7 days time.
Bailey Rice, another youngster involved in the second half of this game against, like you said, a very challenging and difficult side in Liverpool. What key things can he take from it?
Listen, we know Bailey can handle the ball. He's got a range of passing that helps us in terms of escaping from pressure, because we knew if we could escape how they tried to jump on us and we were trying to build by a range of pass or playing 1-2 touches, Bailey's capable of doing that. So that's something that he's trying to bring to the game. The level of intensity of the game is the bit where Bailey will try and strive to get up to, because we know how quick Liverpool play and how when they come after you, the limit touches, the limit time, and try and punish you really, really quickly. So that's something that Bailey, but not just Bailey, other group will need to learn from as well. So he's a youngster. I think it's obviously his birthday today as well. He's turned 16 today as well. So he'll be pleased he's got on, but obviously frustrated in terms of how the results panned out.
Like you said, it's now a quick turnaround as you look ahead to next week to prepare for.
Yeah, obviously we've got a game in between that with a league game, but as I said, we're going to these games in the Youth Champions League knowing it's going to be tough. We've had different levels of performance in each of the 3 games now. Liverpool have been the toughest game. That's reality, that's fact. But we have to try and find a way to make sure we impact ourselves or impose ourselves into the game next week and put up a performance that hopefully gets a better result.